Alright then guys, well we're back on the Transporter today, let's crack on.
So this is my 2007 Transporter T5 1.9.
And it's developed a little bit of a problem. Now while I'm not 100% sure what's causing the smoke, I'm pretty sure it's overfueling. So it can only really be something to do with the intake, so maybe a turbo boost leak or an EGR problem or maybe even the turbo. So I have a two-phase plan to deal with this situation, and we're going to start on phase one. So cut the talking, let's get this thing apart. Well, that was way more work than I expected. It took me over an hour to get this bumper off, so long in fact it's now the next day. So anyway, start taking this apart. Actually, before that, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So first of all, I wanted to check the intercooler. I've heard about the intercooler, these bands may be failing and then whole intercooler splitting. But after a quick inspection, it looks alright. There's a bit of like muck down here, so I'm probably still going to take the intercooler off and clean behind there, get better airflow. But under here is where the party's happening. I see I've got some sooty marks here, which I think is coming from this join in the intercooler hose here. And I've got some sooty and oily marks up here, which I think is like the EGR something. I think the seal is gone that connects the two. Can't really see it, but it is in there. And I bought a bunch of new seals and that, so I guess it's just take it apart, take the old seals off, clean it up and put it back together. So let's give that a go and hopefully we get rid of that smoke. I actually got the catch can out because I was expecting the intercooler to be full of oil. It's not. I guess that's good news. Means the turbo seal's all right. Anyway, this is the build-up of crap that I'm just going to quickly brush off. I guess well the intercooler can go back on, but first I'm going to just take off all the intercooler pipes, replace the seals on them, and then we'll go from there. Alright then guys, well I've just discovered something very, very suspicious. So this is the hard pipe that runs down and then seals into the turbo, which is buried all the way down there. I don't think I should be able to move it like this. So I reckon there might be a slight boost leak that the turbo meets this pipe. But to get to it I've got to remove quite a few things here. So okay, so looking inside there, don't even see that. There's a little bit of oil residue, but I mean nothing that I'm concerned about really. I mean it's not a lot, is it? So I'm still thinking the turbo's all right. Right, so I don't know what this is, the anti-shutter valve, something. This is pretty caked up. I'm going to try and clean it up around here. I think I've got a new seal here. Yeah, just give it a good clean, get this intake as clean as I can. I still don't think this was the issue. I think it was the turbo, the seal to the boost pipe off the turbo. I'm still going to give this a clean while I've got it off. Right, so I've given the EGR valve a bit of a clean. Don't get me wrong, it's not 100%, but it's good enough. I've also banged on a brand new O-ring there, so fingers crossed when this goes back on, this is not going to leak anymore. Also, I've also cleaned the surface and makes two up there. Now, see that pipe all the way over there? I have cleaned that through and tried to put some degreaser through it, try and clean out that pipe, but that's not the bad one. This is the bad one. And this one seems okay at this end. This is the intercooler end. I've not noticed any soot sort of around the area, but I'm damn sure that this one has been leaking and leaking badly for quite a while. The amount of soot build up on the front of the turbo. So let's clean it up, get a new O-ring on, and throw it back in the van. Right, and there you have it. Both those pipes are clean, although I have some concerns. So if you look closely at this end, you can see there's quite a large gouge in the side here. On the other side, the little sort of nib bit that holds the thing in place is all crunched up. So I think I'm going to have to replace this end. A little bit of good news, bad news. Good news is that I have a new seal on the end now that goes into the turbo. Fingers crossed this is going to fix our issue for the time being. At some point we'll have to replace this bit of pipe. Bad news is that the seals I bought are all too small for everywhere else. But at least once this end's in, the rest of this can be got to just by opening the bonnet, and it's almost toolless. So I'll order some new seals, I'll get them on the way, and then when they arrive I'll replace all of these seals as well. But I still think that this one was our worst leak. So fingers crossed this is going to sort it out. Let's get it fitted. Alright guys, well that is the front end all put back together. I didn't film a lot of it, it was kind of fiddly. But yeah, all the intakes back on, all the pipes. So, let's start it up. Morning guys, it's been about 5 weeks since I started this video, and I've been itching to finish this video ever since I started filming it. But the reason it's taken so long is, well, I've been waiting on parts, and here are those parts. So I've bought a full intercooler hose kit from Forge for the T5 1.9. And I bought them from ML Performance in the UK. And the only downside's been that I've had to wait 5 weeks for those parts to arrive. But I've also ordered something else. One of these bad boys. Now this is an EGR blanking plate. And that might be the cause of all my issues.
So an EGR valve sits between the inlet and the exhaust, and all it does is it opens and closes to allow unburnt fuel to pass from the exhaust back into the inlet when you're idling. Now, I think what's happening is that all the turbo boost that I'm creating while I'm driving is going back through the EGR valve and straight out of the exhaust. It's not even making it to the engine. So the idea behind the plate is to block that system off altogether.
Now while this is all just theory, I think it's a pretty good one. There's only one way to find out if it's going to work on it, and that's by throwing it on the van. So let's get those hoses on, get this on, and see if we made any difference. now it's just a case of getting everything swapped over. Old pipes to new pipes, here we go. Right, one thing you need to know about these pipes is they do not come pre-clocked. What I mean by that is you see these little nubbins right here, right there. The forged ones are not in the right spot when they arrive. You have to twist the metal bit in the hose to get it to line up. Now I think I've got it pretty much bang on there. It's gonna be impossible to tell on camera, but yeah. And now I've got to strap them all down with some clippy things. I'll show you. There we go. Now I just got to do that. What, 7 more times? Oh, wait, you don't have to see this. I'll show you in a minute. Haha, all done. Okay, stick them on. Check it out. Forge pipes are on all the way down there. Don't you see that? All the way down to the back of the turbo, all the way down there. Yes. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get any more performance than standard, but I should have got back what I had lost previously. I'm just going to quickly get that intake pipe, and it's on. Let's go. Well then, van's back together, and it's feeling pretty good. I've been driving around for, I don't know, 5 minutes now, and it's actually drivable. So the issue before was I was getting so much lag that even thinking about pulling away from nearly a standstill in second gear was just out of the question. Just instant stall, and that just isn't an issue anymore. Even between gear changes I was getting lag, to the point where if I even got it slightly wrong, like I went into third too early, the van would not move. I'd have to go back down to second to get it going, and then back up to third again. A nightmare. But it's working now, so I'm over the moon, guys. Bit of a weird video. It's taken me 5 weeks to finich filming it. But there you go. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're having a similar issue with your van, give the EGR a go, check for boost leaks, see what you can do, because it's something there. But that's going to be it from me, guys. If you enjoyed it, guys, subscribe, leave a like. I've got loads of videos coming. Yeah, they're a bit spaced out at the moment, but they're coming. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.